Our journey begins in the late 19th century, at the height of European colonialism, a time when the scramble for Africa was more than a metaphor. It was a brutal reality that saw the carving up of the continent by European powers, each seeking to expand their empires. During this period, countless African treasures were taken from their native lands. Artifacts of immense cultural, historical, and spiritual significance were stripped from their rightful owners, often under violent circumstances. From the Benin bronzes of Nigeria to the Magdala treasures of Ethiopia, no region was spared. These stolen treasures were not just materials fashioned into beautiful objects. They represented the essence of diverse cultures, the genius of ancient civilizations, and the spiritual beliefs of millions. By taking these artifacts, the colonizers took more than physical objects. They stripped nations of their heritage, their identity, their stories. Fast forward to the 20th century, many of these stolen artifacts found their way into the grand halls of some of the world's most renowned museums and private collections. Institutions in London, Paris, and Berlin became custodians of these treasures, showcasing them to the world, often with little acknowledgement of their dark history. As we move into the 21st century, the moral implications of these stolen treasures have begun to stir international debate. Questions of ownership, cultural identity, and moral responsibility have surged to the fore, prompting a global call for restitution. Some progress has been made. France, for example, has pledged to return 26 artifacts to Benin. Yet the vast majority of these treasures remain in foreign hands. It's estimated that up to 90% of Africa's cultural heritage resides outside the continent. The theft of these African treasures is not just a historical injustice, it's a continuing wound, a stark reminder of the cultural erasure endured by the African people. Yet the story doesn't end here. Right now, there's a growing global movement pushing for the return of these stolen treasures. Advocacy groups, scholars, and individuals alike are working tirelessly to right this historical wrong. In this quest for justice, your voice matters. Support these efforts, amplify the call for restitution, engage in conversations about the moral implications of these stolen treasures, advocate for the return of these artifacts to their rightful owners. The theft of Africa's treasures is a chapter in our shared history that needs resolution. It's time to return these stolen pieces of heritage, to restore the narratives they carry, and to heal the wounds of a continent. This is not just about artifacts, it's about restoring dignity, identity, and justice to the African people. So, ponder again. Can one truly appreciate the beauty of an artifact, knowing its story is marred by exploitation and theft? The answer lies in our collective action. Let's make restitution more than a call. Let it be our shared mission.